Hello everyone. We're solving class 8th maths today, part 1 of practice set 8.3 of chapter 8, in which we'll solve question 1, 2 and 3 of the same practice set. So let's start with question 1. Measures of opposite angles of parallelogram are 3x minus 2 degree and 50 minus x degree. So find the measures of each angle. It is nothing but parallelogram. So draw the rough diagram of parallelogram. It will be in this way. Name it as A, B, C and D. So it is said here that the opposite angles measures this and this. Opposite angles can be B and D. So consider 3x minus 2 degree of angle B, and angle D can be measured 50 minus x degree. Now in the solution part, write down whatever we have considered here. Let quadrilateral A, B, C, D be the given parallelogram. In which measure of angle B equals to 3x minus 2 degree and measure of angle D 50 minus x degree. Now the property of angle of parallelogram is that the opposite angles of parallelogram are of equal measurement. So write the same property. The opposite angles of parallelogram are of equal measure. Therefore, measure of angle B will be equal to measure of angle D. Measure of angle B will be equal to measure of angle D. I'll write the given measures. The B 3x minus 2 degree and D 50 minus x degree. Now remove the brackets. 3x minus 2 equals to 50 minus x. Bring the x together. This 3x is here. This minus x comes here, changing the sign. Plus x. 50 as it is. Minus 2 gets plus 2. 3x, no number here, so it will be 1. So 3 plus 1 will be 4. X common, write once. 50 plus 2 is 52. Now, x equals to 50 upon 52. This is 52. So 52 upon this 4 multiplies here. So when it comes to the opposite of equal, it will be in divided form. So 52 upon this 4 comes here down. Now calculate this. 4 ones are 4. It is 5. So 4 ones are 4. Remains 1. It gets 12. 4 threes are 12. So the value of x that we got here is 13. We wrote measure of angle B equal to D will be equal to measure of angle B, we'll find it up. Measure of angle B was equal to 3x minus 2. 3x minus 2. Now 3 into the value of x we got is 13 minus 2. 13 threes are 39 minus 2. So 39 minus 2 will be equal to 37. So the value or the measure of angle B is 37 degree. Now B is equal to D. Measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle D that we wrote here as the property says. So both the angles measures 37 7 degree. Now we got the measure of these two opposite angles. We have to find else angles measures too, means measure of angle A and C. You can see here AD and BC are parallel because it is parallelogram, and AB can be transversal. When two sides are parallel and one is transversal, we can take the property of interior angle, means measure of angle A plus measure of angle B is equals to 180 degree. So take the same way to solve. Side AD is parallel to side BC, and line AD means line AB means this line is transversal. So measure of angle A plus measure of angle B will be equal to 180 degree. The reason is these are interior angles. Measure of angle A plus measure of angle B equals to 180. Now we have measure of angle B and D here. Keep measure of angle A as it is plus measure of angle B you got 37 degree. So write instead measure of angle B 37 degree is equals to 180 degree. Measure of angle A will be as it is. Keep this 180 as it is. Bring this plus 37 to the opposite side as minus 37 degree. Now 180 minus 37. So measure of angle A will be, deduct this, it will be 143 degree. So measure of angle A you got as 143 degree. Now again the property says the opposite angles of parallelogram are of equal measures. Therefore measure of angle A will be equal to measure of angle C, that is 143 degree. The reason is same. Opposite angles of parallelogram are of equal measure. So the answer you got can be written together. The measures of each angle of parallelogram, the measures of each angle of parallelogram are 37 degree. Okay, write it in this way. B you got 37 degree. C you got 143 degree. 143. D, so B and D was the same, that is 37 degree, and remain is A you got as 143 degree. Okay, so in this way we can solve our first question. Here is the second question. Referring the adjacent figure of parallelogram, here is the figure of parallelogram given. Write the answers of the questions given below. The very first is length of WZ. WZ is this side. WZ's length given is 4.5 centimeters. So find XY length of XY means the opposite side of parallelogram. As we have studied the properties of parallelogram, that the opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. So in this way we can find the length of XY. Start with the solution of the first question. Length of WZ is given as 4.5 centimeters. This is given part. So writing the property of parallelograms opposite sides, the opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. Opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. Therefore, the length of xy will be equal to the length of wz. Wz is 4.5 centimeters. So, therefore, length of xy will be equal to, what is the length of wz? 4.5 centimeters. So, the length of xy you got as 4.5 centimeter. The answer for the first question. Second is length of yz is 8.2. Yz is this. Yz is 8.2. Then find the length of xw. Xw. Again, these both are the opposite sides of parallelogram. So the same way to solve this second question. Length of yz is 8.2 centimeters given. So length of yz is equals to 8.2 centimeters. This is the given part. Now write the same property. Opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. Therefore, measure of angle xw, length of xw will be equal to length of the given part, that is yz. Length of yz. Length of xw will be equal to 8.2 centimeters, which is opposite to the given length, that is yz. The third is, if length of ox means this. Now we are talking about diagonals. Ox is 2.5 centimeters, then length of oz will be what? Oz. So as we know, the property of diagonals of parallelogram, that diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Therefore, both the measurements will be same, means ox will be equal to oz. So, the third solution will be, write the given part first. Ox 2.5 centimeters, it is given. Length of ox is 2.5 centimeters. This is again the given part. Now the property will write of diagonals. Diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Bisect each other means divides into equal part. Therefore, length of, you are asked for oz. So, length of oz will be equal to 2.5 centimeters based on the property. The next is fourth one. If length of WO is 3.3 centimeters, this is WO 3.3 centimeters given. So you have to find the length of WY, means the whole diagonal. Again, using the same property of diagonals, the fourth one will write the given part first. Length of WO is equals to 3.3 centimeters. It is given. The property of diagonals of rhombus, the diagonal of parallelogram. Diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. So the other way to write this property can be, WO will be half of WY, as we have to find the WY's length. So in this way we will use this property. Length of WO is half of length of WY. So the length of WO is given. So instead of writing length of WO, we'll write the given measurement, that is 3.3 centimeters, is half of length of WY. This 3.3 will be here as it is 1 upon 2. This 2 is in division form here. When we brings it to the opposite side of equal, it will be in multiplication. So it is equal to wy. We'll keep it as it is. Now multiply this. How will we multiply it? I'll solve it here. 3.3 into 2. 3 2s are 6. 3 2s are 6. Point will come here. So 6.6 will be your answer. 6.6 is equals to length of wy. Write it in the proper way. Length of wy will be equal to 6.6 centimeters, which was asked in the question. Question 5 in this. Measure of angle. If measure of angle WZY is 120. WZY means WZY. We are talking about this angle. It is 120 given. Then find the measure of angle WXY. Means WXY, it is opposite to Z. It is easy to find as the property says the opposite angles of parallelogram measures equal. So it can be easily find. And also you are asked to find measure of angle XWZ. Means XWZ, this. So we'll find this first. Here I'll solve this question 5. Write whatever given in the question. Measure of angle WZY is given as 120 degree. Now write the opposite angles property first. The opposite angles of parallelogram measures equal. Therefore, measure of angle, what is asked? WXY. WXY means this. So, measure of angle WXY will be equal to measure of angle WZY. Measure of angle WZY, which is 120 degree. Which is 120 degree. Therefore, measure of angle WXY is equal to 120 degree. The same as these are the pairs of opposite angles. So this measure we have found in the same question. It is continued with measure of angle XWZ. Measure of angle XWZ. This angle's measurement you have to find. Now in the question we can see that WZ and XY are parallel lines and WX can be transversal. And using the property of interior angle, we can find the measure of angle this W. So use the same line WZ is parallel to line XY. These two lines are parallel and consider WX as. The way to write this should be side WZ is parallel to side XY and line WX is transversal. Again I repeat, WZ side and XY side are parallel and WX line is transversal. So using the interior angles property, measure of angle XWZ means XWZ. This we are talking about. Measure of angle XWZ plus measure of angle WXY means this. Measure of angle WXY will be equal to 180 degree as these are the pair of interior angles. Now we do not have XWZ's measurement as we have to find it. So keep it as it is, measure of angle XWZ plus we do have measure of angle WXY that we have found it just. WXY measurement is 120. Keep it as 120 is equals to 180 degree will be as it is. Write this measure of angle XWZ as it is 180 as it is. Bring this plus 120 to the opposite side, changing the sign as minus 120 degree. So measure of angle XWZ will be 180 minus 120 is 60 degree. You got this? So this was the solution for the question 2 of 8.3 exercise practice set. Let's start with question 3. Construct a parallelogram ABCD such that, we'll prepare the rough diagram first. Parallelogram can be in this way. Name it as A, B, C, D as given in question. Length of BC is 7 centimeters. So BC length is 7 centimeters. Measure of angle ABC 40. ABC. So B measurement is given as 40 degree. So based on this information provided, we have to prepare the parallelogram. First, we'll start with the base BC, that is 7 centimeters. Sorry, till here. So the name of this side is BC and it is 7 centimeters. B is 40 degree. Using the protractor, draw the angle keeping on vertex B properly. 40 degree means here. So using the scale, join the point we got now and vertex B. This is 40 degree. One more information given in the question is length of AB is 3 centimeters. It is already given in question. So using the compass, you will take 3 centimeters in the compass. 3 centimeters. Keeping it on vertex B, draw an arc. So the point you got is point A. AB is 3 centimeters. So write it here as 3 centimeters. Now the question comes to get the point D. To get point D, we can use the property of parallelogram, the sides property, that the opposite sides of parallelogram are of equal measurement. So if BC is 7 centimeters, AD can also be 7 centimeters. But we do have to write the analysis here. So write it, the property, the opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. Therefore, length of BC will be equal to its opposite side, that the length of AD. So we do have given with BC. So therefore, length of AD will be 7 centimeters. We can take from A 7 centimeters, but to get point D, we will require the measurement, the length from C to D. Here in the question, AB is given as 3 centimeters. If AB is 3 centimeters, its opposite side will also be 3 centimeters. So write the same property again. The opposite side of parallelogram are congruent. Therefore, length of CD is equals to length of AB, and that is the length of CD is equals to 3 centimeters. This will be 3 centimeters. Now it becomes easy to get vertex D as it measures 7 centimeters from vertex A. So take 7 centimeters in the compass, 7 centimeters till here, keeping on vertex A. we will draw an arc, a big arc here, and now 3 centimeters CD. So take 3 centimeters in it, 3 centimeters, keeping on vertex C, it will intersect this arc. Now we got a point here which is nothing but our vertex D. Joint the points C and this new intersecting point in this way. Join it properly. And now joint this A and vertex D that we have got. Now name it as vertex D. Now this will be 7 centimeters, this will be 3 centimeters. Okay, that's it about question 3 solution. That's it about the first part of practice set 8.3. Thank you.